Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It is 𝗍𝗶𝗁 here today, and I am with a new fresh face to this channel. Introduce yourself.
I've been friends with Monique for a while, but like, this is happening.
So last night, if you saw, I posted on my community tab asking you guys to tell your successful shifting stories, and we are going to react to them today. This one is by Artland for a Better Tomorrow. They said, I mini shifted within my first trial and it is the best thing I've ever done. I was lying on grasses and I could feel the warmth of sunshine. My friend group from my DR were looking up at me and I just fainted, but then I woke up. I am sorry, but this is the only story I can consider as successful so far. I'm new to shifting and I can't try it very often because I am always sick and it's very hard for me to fall asleep after doing a method. Do you guys have tips to fall asleep after doing a method? I hope this helps.
So, the first time I ever like shifted was like the way I fell asleep. I took melatonin and it worked. Like I took melatonin and drank a bunch of water. Of course, using the 𝗍 method.
Love that.
And it worked. But like, do you have any shifting tips for like, or not shifting tips, like what they ask?
Yeah, so I guess my best tip specifically to fall asleep is a lot of people stress out about the position they're in a lot. I feel like too much when they're shifting, and just remind yourself your physical body is staying here in your current reality. So like if you're doing a method that requires a position that's uncomfy, feel completely free to tweak the method. That way you can move yourself into a comfortable position. If you're moving while you're doing methods, don't stress out about it. Don't worry about it, because your physical body's movements does not matter. It is all about your mind. It is all about your mind shifting your awareness to your DR. So just make sure your body is comfortable. That way you can fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one is by Rocky B. It's another mini shift. They said, this was a mini shift to the wrong reality, LOL. So it was nighttime and I was about to go to sleep. But at the very last minute, I decided to try to shift. I'd drawn a circle on a piece of paper and put a clear quartz in the middle of it and a jasper outside of the circle. I was going to shift to a reality where I'd chosen the jasper to be in the circle. I did the ADHD method, but gave up after a while and put my phone away and went to sleep. I woke up a little bit later and looked at my bedside table where the crystals are, and there were a bunch of crystals there. I remember there was a turquoise one, there was a crystal, and there was crystal confetti in front of it all. It definitely felt real too. I've had heaps of lucid dreams and they don't feel like shifting. I was pretty shocked and said my safe word after like 5 seconds.
How?
That's amazing though.
It sounds really cool, but like,
I mean, they still like had the intention to shift and they still did the entire method, and even though like they were like, I'm just gonna give up and put my phone away and go to sleep, like they still finished the method and went to sleep with that intention to shift.
can I read this one?
Yes.
I'm gonna sneeze. So this specific shifting story takes place in my Twilight DR. I scripted my room to smell like lavender so I would be able to tell when I got there. I woke up that morning and didn't even notice at first that I had shifted because I was still half asleep. Just excited. It was raining and it was a Saturday. But then I was laying on my bed and I heard a guy call from downstairs, Marley, come on, I'm going to get breakfast. And I popped up out of my bed so quick because I was like, girl, that was not my dad's voice. But then I saw the bedroom and looked outside the window, and once I realized where I was so excited, and so I threw on a jacket over my clothes and sped downstairs to see my dad, Charlie. I have one other story from the Twilight reality, but this was my favorite one there.
Oh my god. Imagine having Charlie as your dad though.
I know, right?
But
That
like,
would be fun.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's such a caring dad. This one's by Doodle. The first time I ever shifted, I used the hug method. And when I got to my DR, I literally cried because I thought I was dreaming and I wanted to shift. Then I literally tried to go back to sleep and hit my head really hard when Hermione woke me up. And I forgot to script high pain tolerance, and yeah, it hurt really bad. I can see her doing that. Like, as a person who's like talked to Hermione, hung out with Hermione, she definitely hits hard.
Reminder, script in high pain tolerance.
Yeah, reminder kids, make sure you have a high pain tolerance. 𝗂𝗶𝗏𝗃 Oh, I just butchered that name. 𝗂𝗶𝗏𝗃 goes, I've only mini shifted before, but my closest attempt was when I was listening to a shifting meditation and I fell asleep like halfway through. When the meditation started to say, let go, I woke up again, but I wasn't really in my CR. I was in a weird dreamscape filled with stars. I felt like I was floating and my limbs were all tingly and my heart was beating really fast. I saw a white light in the distance and I heard my DR sister calling my name, but then I woke up in my CR. I hate when you can hear from your DR and then you wake up in your CR. But I understand your anger because it's happened to me before, even though I've successfully shifted, and it makes me mad.
I think the last name is 𝗧𝗃𝗃.
You're probably right. I'm so sorry, Sophia. Your turn.
I woke up next to my comfort character and I looked at them and got out of bed and I went to the bathroom. While I was brushing my teeth, I realized who it was and I screamed. I would do the same though.
I feel like I would just like scream in the bed. You know, like I would just like turn, see my comfort character and go, ah, why are you here?
Why are you right next to me? Go to the bathroom. I need a second.
Hi Emily, it's Max. And Moni.
Hi Emily. I once shifted to Hogwarts and I was on a chair in a classroom. At this moment, I had really bad stomach pain. I was sitting on the chair in pain and Snape did a spell to make it go away and Draco looked really worried for me. Does Draco know something you don't? That's a little suspect.
I'm too confrontational. I'd be like, why'd you make that face in class? Maybe this is why I'm in Slytherin. What the f? Okay, this one's by not. So I shifted through the lucid dream method my first time. Like, kind of on accident. I wasn't lucid. Dreamy just wanted to shift, so I used a door, and wha-bam! I shifted. I shifted to the wrong realities, though, so I decided to come back to my CR. During that dream, though, I was having a nightmare and wanted to shift to escape. So maybe that's why I didn't shift to the right reality? But oh well, I still count it. That's sad. I'm really sorry you had a nightmare, but that could definitely be a reason why. I've also shifted to the wrong reality before, and it's definitely a weird feeling. But I actually just stayed at the wrong reality for a while because I was like, what is going on in here? Why did I come here?
Why am I here and not there?
Yeah, I was trying to shift to Life is Strange, and then I ended up shifting to, like, it wasn't Hogwarts. Like, the school was Hogwarts, but there was Hogwarts, like, all the people from there, and then there was, like, people who didn't actually go to Hogwarts, and I was like, what is happening? Who are all of these people?
How do you shift to Hogwarts?
Hogwarts?
I mean, how do you shift to not Hogwarts?
I don't know. I was trying to shift to Life is Strange, and I didn't even have anyone from, like, my Life is Strange DR in that reality. I just had, like, they were people who didn't go to Hogwarts, or maybe they do go to Hogwarts and I've just never met them, but like, I don't think they actually go there. She doesn't even go here!
I love Mean Girl.
Me too! So I shifted to Hogwarts unintentionally at 2 a.m. because I didn't know I was doing the pillow method. I always have my script under my pillow and I thought I was just in my CR because I had my eyes closed, but then I just heard rubbish. LMAO, and I opened my eyes and realized it was Fred and George yelling. I f***ing knew it. I was like, watch this be Fred, George, or maybe Ron getting pissed off at Hermione. I was sitting next to Draco and I just stared in disbelief because he was a comfort character of mine, and I just hugged him and he just sat there and asked me what happened, and I was like, nothing. I just woke up from a nightmare. And he just said, we can talk about it later if you'd like. I can help. And I was so happy. LMAO ass! That's amazing. I literally, the rubbish, like the second that I said it was Fred and George yelling, I could clearly hear that.
You could hear it in your head.
Yes.
I can hear your text messages in my head.
Same. So fun fact, one time when I shifted, I scripted that I'd forget everything, right? And I got really confused because I was in my DR at the Triwizard tournament. Harry comes back, and for some reason in this reality, Percy was younger. I think it's because I scripted that there was going to be a murder mystery with Percy, so then Percy ended up replacing Cedric in the tournament because I also scripted that Cedric wouldn't die. And so then Harry comes back with Percy, and like we're all clapping, it's a great time, and then all of a sudden like people's clapping starts slowing down. So then I look at him, and then I was like, oh my gosh, is he dead? And then Ron was like, that's my brother. And I was like, okay, Michelle, I'm out. It freaks me out so much because I was like, this feels so wrong right now. Like, this is not really happening. What is going on?
You were like, I'm good. Safe word.
No, I was so stressed. I was like, oh my god, my brother is holding his best friend's older brother, and he is dead.
Not mine, but my friend shifted to a Diary of a Wimpy for Roderick, of course. I mean, yeah. And found out Manny is homophobic. What?
That makes so much sense.
Bi, so she was about to beat him up for real, element.
Like, I don't know why it makes sense, but just hearing, so Manny was homophobic. I'm like, that surprisingly makes a lot of sense.
That makes, yeah, it kind of like puts it all together.
Yeah. I always script out homophobia and racism, so I'd never really like have that in my DRs.
I've only shifted one time, but I'm gonna shift again tonight. I shifted to the murderer's era and I did not pronounce that correctly, in Harry Potter, but I forgot to write a script, so it was crazy, and I ended up saying my safe word after a few days there. Well, hopefully you shifted.
I always, like, tell people that, like, for their first shift, I recommend to be there for, like, a few days to a week. That way, like, you're not freaking your brain out with, like, information overload and a new setting and all of that, but you're also still having enough time there to, like, make memories and do things. They go, I was actually not willing to shift that night, and I was like, shifting, and just imagining my comfort character and myself so I can fall asleep, and woke up on a wrong reality where both of us were in sort of like a forced marriage thingy. And that's my weird first time. Did, like, your comfort character at least love you back? Like, or was it just completely forced? And did you feel love for your comfort character while you were there? I have so many questions about that.
I have so many questions.
But yeah, you should definitely DM us on Instagram and tell us, or, like, just update in the comments. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that was motivating. I was trying to tell some successful stories from just other people. That way other people could share their stories, have people talking about their stories, and that way you guys could hear some stories to motivate yourself and to just have a reminder that yes, it's very possible for you to do this as well. Any last words?
Subscribe.
Subscribe to Max and subscribe to me. And if you don't,
Become a shimmer.
We will cry. Not really, but like it will hurt our feelings, so.
But we will talk about this on FaceTime.
Yeah, we will call each other and be like, so my feelings are hurt.
This person exactly didn't subscribe.
How dare they? Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, happy birthday.
Whose birthday is it?